morning, everybody. It's Brooke with Mrs. Cog Hill Farm, and I got my partner Nugget over here. He's got to see what I'm doing as I walk by his fence area. I was actually coming to feed the geese as well as Nugget and Goldie when something caught my eye, and that was, I don't even know if I can get down here to show y'all, but you might can see it shining white and bright over here, and that is another goose egg. When will it stop? I don't know how many eggs Catherine has in the incubator at G&G Farms, but she wants geese for her pond, so I've been gathering these eggs up and transfer them over to Catherine, just like I did with the last batch of emu eggs. Goldie had laid 6 more eggs, and I wanted to show y'all that Mr. Nugget here, he's doing fine. He's not in any kind of distress over it. He's trying to get my earrings, so all is good on the emu side of the world today. Got geese lined up waiting on their feed, and that is traditional morning activity for them. I see Goldie strutting across the pasture on the other side where we open that up so that if they decide to bed down in that straw where they can stay extra warm at night, they do so. However, last night, I think the 2 of them slept over by where the drainage pipe goes over the driveway. We went to a Christmas parade that our town had, and when we came in, I could see the shadow of the 2 of them laying right there, and I don't know why they choose the places they do to sleep, because it would definitely be much warmer and more comfortable if they would just use the straw bedding that we provide for them. All right, Nugget, you're gonna get a little camera time while I get the lay and crumble put in, and all they can see is your chest. All right, there you go. Here comes your friends. You know, as I look at my flock of geese, there he goes. He had to run them off. He does that from time to time, and they get the message and go on about their business, but you can see he's just not in the mood for company this morning. As I look at my flock, though, I was thinking, who is the oldest goose out of that bunch? Ooh, some of them got a little airborne. And the oldest goose out of this bunch is going to be Pringles. So I'm going to take my earrings off as I enter, because we all know that this man over here wants Goldie to have a nice shiny pair of earrings for Christmas, and he thinks if he takes them out of my ears, he can gift those to her. They'll think, I don't know if everybody has these stores, but he went to Jared's. That's what they'll think. That's a jewelry store that has advertisements here in our area. Let's see if I can't show y'all who the oldest goose is here. There she is, Miss Pringles. As I'm walking, they're going the opposite way because Nugget's with me. They got airborne again. But there goes Miss Pringles down there in the bottom. She's a beautiful goose, and she was born at our old farm. I'm not exactly sure how old she is, but Marycarl was just a little whippersnapper at the time, so she's got to be getting on up in age. All of our geese were derived originally from the Sebastopol breed, and those are the geese that have the beautiful curly feathers, and they can be known to have a smooth breast, which means no curls on their breast, or curly breasted. Now, in appearance, I think everybody would think that the curly breasted, which have curls all over their body, are the most beautiful of the Sebastopol breeds. Now, Pringles has a lot of color on her, and that is not the initial breed that characteristic of Sebastopol. They're traditionally all white, but she got mixed with probably a Chinese, a brown Chinese, and the Sebastopol, and created a beauty. But all of our geese have a little bit of the Sebastopol breed in them. Chinese goose cross. Some of them look more like the Sebastopol than others, and that's just the way the genetics work. But initially we had a pair of beautiful, beautiful Sebastopols, and over time, of course, you know, they passed away. Oh, y'all, check it out. So while I'm standing here, I thought I'd show y'all a glimpse of Tucker. A lot of people say that they don't get to see Tucker very often and they think something happened to her. Tucker is absolutely fine. She hangs out with the boys 90% of the time, as she's doing right here with Rocky. I don't know where Bandit is. He must be asleep somewhere after an all-nighter. But Tucker's doing just fine. Tucker goes into the garage at night when it's cold, and we have her one of the little flat heaters to keep her warm. And she has a nice little bed in there. So Tucker's doing very well. Catch a glimpse of some loving going on. The boys are very accepting of Tucker. You'll find them and her sometimes curled up on the porch together, and we've always said she was a cat dog, and that is her typical behavior, is to bond with dogs, not cats. As Nugget continues to clean my shoes here. What you doing, buddy? So I'm gonna grab a single goose egg that's in the nest today. I'll get this egg over to Miss Catherine and she can add it to her incubation collection and see if she can't populate her pond with as many geese as I have. I've caught quite a few, and we don't plan to have any more unless there's an unexpected nest. Nugget, let's check out you and Goldie's bowl to see if you have emu food available. Oh yeah, y'all got some pellets. What are you gonna get Goldie for Christmas? If you're not gonna get my earrings, you're gonna get my thumb? You think that'd be a good idea? Get my thumb, my ring. And a ring is the answer. Yeah, I think the silicone style would definitely work best for you two, because you're out here working all the time and you're busy, and it's worked for me, so why wouldn't it work for Goldie, right? Or maybe she needs a good pair of shoes that you could keep clean for her. I don't know if Goldie knows that your outside job is shoe cleaning. So I'm gonna set this emu egg on the top of the feed barrel. I don't think Dee Dee can get up there and get it. I think we're safe. But we gotta go take care of the chickens, and I'm anxious to see how few eggs I get today. It's still an ongoing problem of not having enough eggs to hardly feed ourselves, much less put out at the stand for sale. So we of course eat eggs here and appreciate the few that we get, but times hadn't improved very much. Temperatures are still cold, daylight hours are short, but I will check and see if the girls haven't improved at all. Y'all, the girls, they just about can't wait for their scratch, but I wanted to show y'all something before I get that going, and that is the fact that some of these ladies are still molting, and what that is a process of losing the old feathers and replacing them with new. Now that happens to every chicken, and it's no set exact time for every chicken to do it at the same time. It's just whenever it's time for out with the old and in with the new, it happens. But look at the ground where I am. I'm just gonna turn the camera around. We recently gave the chickens a block, which is just a compressed block of feed that's comprised of other goodies. And this is what's left of it. They absolutely loved it. It was made by Klombach, but this one was a Christmas edition. And some of you guys noticed that we had some naked chickens still on their backside for the most part. And that can be characteristic of several things. One of them be roosters overmating, causing feathers to be removed from their back. And another is just the common molt process, which happens to every bird out there. So I'm still having some molt going on from some of these girls. That process does take a lot out of them, and their egg production is lowered from that. I mean, it's scattered about this whole area that you can see feathers, along with the rinds of the pumpkins that we're still giving them. But I'm going to make these ladies happy by giving them some scratch, which is what they're wanting. They don't even care if I go on the inside today. Just give me my scratch, lady. That's right, give me my scratch. And scratch again is given as a treat. This is not their sole diet. This feeder here is what we put our laying pellets in. And I like to spread it about so there's no drama. Obviously, you know, there's a pecking order, and there always will be. A dominant hen's gonna be a dominant hen no matter what age it gets to be, unless its health is compromised. And you guys tend to always enjoy watching the chickens get their scratch. I do go on the other side and spread some out too, so that way everybody gets a little bit. And here's an example of some of the feathers that are on the ground. All right, girls, I'm gonna get y'all fixed up on the other side. And then we're gonna go see how many eggs we have today. All right, so we got that done and headed inside the coop to check on eggs. Well, today's egg gathering is going to be complete with hen laying noises that I hope you appreciate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're looking good, ladies. 6, 7. Will we have a dozen? 8, 9. Only 10. Make sure nobody's in there that's going to lay. Nope. But this lady's going to definitely give us an egg. I don't know if it'll happen before I leave out of here, but 10 today was a good number. We've been getting as few as 3 to 4 every day, and you just don't know. I mean, it just depends from day to day what hen's gonna lay and what hen's not gonna lay. But I am thankful to have 10 beautiful eggs that will supply my family with some good nutrition. All right, ladies, y'all don't work too hard. Continue to enjoy your scratch, and I'll come back a little later and see if we can't come up with a dozen eggs. I was headed over to the barn with the eggs, and I got a message from Jason, and he said that he fixed the gate, and I immediately knew what he was talking about. So this is the stall where Peaches and Pocket sleep. And when the stalls were built, this gate was on this side, so it closed that way. So when this gate was open, it blocked this gate. I don't know if I explained that well or not, but needless to say, he fixed the gate. So when this gate is open, it does not block me from being able to get in the stall. So I'm so thankful to have that little bit done, because it really helps when your Pocket can open doors. She can open gates. So when it was closed on this one, she would almost lock Peaches in if Peaches was over here. Not on purpose, just because it was in the way. But now it has a lock where it can stay closed, and no chance of Peaches ever getting locked in. Let me show y'all these two. So it appears Pocket has a little bit of food left in the bottom of her bucket. She's very, very food motivated. Kind of like Peaches, I guess. They're pretty much two of a kind when it comes to eating. Of course, we do measure out Pocket's food, and we make sure she's not overfed. Same with Peaches, but y'all, these two are like the term peas and carrots, literally. They are getting along. Oh my goodness. Do y'all see what's across the street? I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's Snow White. He hears me over here talking, and he let me know about it. Just a minute, buddy. Just a minute, and I'll come visit, okay? 1 minute. That was funny. I knew that was louder than Jesse or Honey, and it didn't come from their direction. I have brushes in my hand. Pocket's a little bit messy this morning. She has her jacket on when the temperatures get a little bit chilly at night. Jason's already taken that off of her, but look at her thick hair. It makes kind of little swirlies and curlies and gets some shavings caught in it and whatnot, but I'm gonna see if I can't get her brushed out and looking marvelous for her friend, Miss Peaches. But I hate to leave Snow White hanging. We're gonna make this a quick brushing Pocket. You want some camera time? Yeah, everybody loves you. You can get up in their face and show them some love like you do me. Since she's feeling affectionate, let me just show y'all her little trick. Come here, Pookie. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. You give kisses? Give kisses? Isn't she sweet, y'all? She puts her little nose up to me and, uh-oh, she's gonna leave now. She said kiss and leave. Come here, girl, I got you a brush. I wonder what you would think about Mr. Snow White. And this brush was given to me by Pocket's previous owners. They said it was one that she liked, although she didn't want to be brushed right now. She wants me to go visit Snow White, obviously. He's still standing there, y'all. So since she walked off, and Peaches is gonna go with her, Pocket doesn't go far without Peaches coming behind her. That's been the norm. I'm gonna hang the brushes up and head across the street and see what Snow White's up to. I hadn't seen him in a minute. Let's see if I can't grab some treats that he might like. All right, I got some treats over here. We obviously know that he's not real crazy about pumpkins. We still have a few, but I'm not gonna take those to him. All right, let's see. Maybe an animal cracker. That'll do good. Those were labeled goat treats, and I don't want to take a chance of giving him something that may not be good for him, but I know he'll like an animal cracker. Animal crackers are something we always have on hand because we can use them to lead the goats around, and they're small enough to where they're not going to cause any digestive issues because we just give 1 or 2, so no issues there. Oh, he's still there. He's looking at me. I'm coming, buddy. I'm coming. Oh, goodness. There's another one. No, that's a cow. Well, I got a few animal crackers, so hopefully there's no new donkeys over here that I need to distribute to. I got close to the fence, and there were cows up here, and they literally took off running. Let me show y'all. You could still see a few of them running off in the distance. But they got spooked when I opened the gate. Not Mr. Snow White. He's not spooked. Look at here, y'all. Here he comes. Come here, buddy. Oh, look at here. Hello, beautiful fella. Would you like an animal cracker? Huh? You don't know about that? Let me put it flat in my hand. Kind of hard to hold the camera and show you eating it too. That's good stuff, isn't it, buddy? Where are your friends? Oh, I see Tripod. He's way down there in the bottom. You might have these cookies all to yourself. You heard me talking and you weren't going to go without attention today, were you? Yeah, you've been moving around quite a bit. When I drive by, I can see you way out in the pasture. And you're doing your job by guarding your cows. But you need a little loving too, don't you, buddy? Yeah, that's a sweet boy. Yes, it is. That's a sweet boy. He said, give me more cookies. One more, okay? One more. I got a pocket full, but I don't want to make you sick. Here you go. There you go. He's so sweet, y'all. He is so sweet. And he has a good home across the road where we get to visit and be friends. And you do your job. You guard your cows, right? You keep anything from coming into the pasture. You gonna give me a smile? I wonder how old you are. You sure are sweet. And y'all see down way in the bottom, the thing that's not a cow, it's another donkey. I don't know where the other one is. He has 3 that usually stay over here, but you never know where they are because he does rotate his cattle. All right, buddy. Well, I gotta go put something that I know you would like in the freeze dryer, but it's probably not good for donkeys. I will come and visit you again, I promise, okay? One more. One more. One more cracker. That's all. I gave it to you. Chew it up. All right. That's your last one, okay? All right. I wonder how long he's going to stay up here after I leave, thinking I may come back to visit. I hate leaving. I hate leaving, but at least I get to come across the road and visit, right? My crew, I'd say, do an amazing job at being an alarm system. They see me and they don't know who I am because I'm obviously across the road. And here they come doing their job, warding off human predators just like they do animal predators. So thank you, Rocky and Bandit and Holly, when Jason's out here. I'm glad to be in the milk room where it's nice and toasty. I'm gonna have to shed my jacket here in a minute because the temperatures feel really good in here. But first I gotta show y'all the chicks. So I've made a slight change in the brooder. I put some 4x4 posts on each end, and that allows the lid to be jacked up just a little bit to where my mama and her babies can enjoy themselves in this nice extra toasty brooder with their little heat plate, as so it's called right there. It's keeping mama warmer so she can keep the chicks warm. And you see that they're all still sitting in front of that heat plate even though the heat is on in this room. But she is doing awesome. She's taking care of her biddies and all is well. All right, off with my jacket. I'm telling y'all, it's warm in here. It's quite different than the outside temp. So if I'm in here, y'all probably know what that means. I'm gonna freeze dry something, right? But not only am I gonna freeze dry something, I'm going to tell you something that some of you are gonna appreciate, and that is the Black Friday sale has been extended through the month of December. And they told us that it was gonna go through the month of November. All I could do was pass on what I was told, but they said that they are extending it. So I'm passing that information along as well. Something else I want to share with you is it's not just freeze drying machines. If you already own a freeze dryer and you want to take advantage of some of the accessories that are on sale as well during the Black Friday sale, you can do that too. So I was able to get me a set of these silicone mats, and they are offered through Harvest Right. They are specific for whatever your machine tray size is. I have a medium tray, so therefore I have medium silicone mats. But this is something that I've wanted for a long time. I actually borrowed one from my good friend Catherine when I freeze dried the rosemary because I did not want the rosemary to stick to my trays. Now you've seen me use parchment paper in the past, and this is just going to be much easier. It's made out of silicone. You can wash them, rinse them off. They're meant to be reused, and it's just going to be a great benefit to me. Now what are we freeze drying today? Those are two very interesting things that I had to say. Some of you will be very happy about, but let's see if you're going to be happy about this. So I say this from time to time, and that is things that people either like or they don't like. Now, these are these Little Debbie Christmas tree snack cakes. I think we all know what they are. But when I saw that you could freeze dry these, I immediately wondered, what would it taste like? Would the cake part turn into like a cookie crunch? Would the outside crumble up? I just don't know. And I want to experiment, and I want to see if it's like a cookie or if it's like a cake or if it even works. So there's 5 of these to a box. I'm going to do 3 boxes of them, so 15 cakes. But what I've seen people do with these, and here we are back to gift giving, is take these, freeze dry them, and put them in a little clear baggie, tie a ribbon around it, and give it as Christmas gifts. Kids would absolutely love this. And I'm betting you Jason probably will too, so we're going to find out at the end of this if Jason's a fan of the Little Debbie freeze-dried Christmas tree cake or not. But we got to do something first, and that's get them in the freeze dryer. So first time I'm using silicone mats to freeze dry anything other than herbs. So y'all are going to go right along with me as we get these Christmas tree cakes put in the freeze dryer and determine their outcome. So the only bad thing is I'm going to need to unwrap every one of these Christmas tree cakes. So that's 15 of them. But y'all look, it's got the little Harvest Right emblem on it. Catherine's did too. I don't think I showed the mat at the time because I didn't have any. But now I have a full set. So gonna see firsthand how they turn out. Now I don't want to get too many going on one tray. It's always better to have air circulation. And I will say that I followed someone that posted they had accomplished freeze drying Christmas tree cakes instructions. And that is that I set the dry temperature to 75 degrees and I added 24 extra hours of dry time. So, you know, if you were to start off at 125 degrees, which is what I think the machine is preset at, you're going to have a melted Christmas tree cake. Well, I've got them all on the tray, and another tidbit of information I will tell y'all that I've learned along the way is if I'm not using 5 trays to space them out, I have 5 shelves here. So I'm not going to put one on the top and I'm not going to put one on the bottom. I'm going to put one in the 3 middle ones just so the air gets to circulating better. Now my machine has been running for 15 minutes, which means it has created the correct setting. And I just told y'all I was going to leave that top one empty, but I didn't. So here we go. I added 24 hours of extra dry time, so it may be a little while before these get done. But it's something I'm experimenting with, and I just like I said, want to know how it turns out. And I hope you do too. Well, guess who I have here? Mr. Jason, Farmer Jason.
The official taste tester.
Yeah, that's what you want to be known as in my videos.
Oh, let me wash my hands. Go ahead.
I want to know something.
What's that?
Do you like Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes in their original state?
You're asking me that?
Yes.
I do.
You do?
I do like them. Now, I'm not one of those people that people go slap crazy over these things. Like...
They can't wait till they hit the shelves.
They cannot wait to hit the shelves. They get sold out, and I'm not that type of person.
And if you were going through the grocery store, would you put a box in your buggy?
Probably not. I can't tell you the last time I had one. But I don't dislike them.
You don't dislike them.
But I'm not in love with them either. Does that make sense?
I need to know, what do you think this is going to be like?
I don't know. I don't know. You know, to me, they taste just like any other Little Debbie snack cake. but I'm not going to get in trouble for saying that.
I didn't open the drain valve.
Okay.
That's why the door sealed shut. Sorry. All right, the door came open, so that's good. Oh, the mats did well, look.
Oh, they did do well.
All right, let's see if they're stuck, because that's, I already know. I touched it and it wiggled.
It moved.
Look.
Oh, wow.
If I had used just the bottom of this tray, they would be stuck to the point where I had to use a spatula to get it up.
So what does they feel like?
They're very light,
Light
airy,
as air.
but I think they're a little heavier maybe than...
Do I get a whole one or?
You just get a bite.
Oh,
We're
they
not
are
going to eat a
heavy.
whole one. Aren't they heavier than what they went
They
in?
are heavier and they're hard, right?
And they kept their shape.
Oh yeah, they're hard. Listen. So you ready?
I'm ready. I want to know if you think it's going to be like cake on the inside or
I
hard
wonder
or
if it's going to
crunchy.
be like a what do you call it? The hard cookie that you dip in your coffee.
Biscotti?
Something like that.
Is that how you say that?
That's close enough. That's what I'm wondering if it's going to be like.
Break your teeth hard?
Yeah.
All right, my turn. I got a comparison. Let's see what you have to say.
I like this better than it in its original form.
You know what it reminds me of? Okay, you know those vanilla wafers?
Yeah, that's what it reminds you of.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's what it reminds me of.
Y'all
with a
know
little icing on top.
The little bitty, they're real light and airy. They got the vanilla icing in the middle and they're sandwiched together. And they're very inexpensive.
They make chocolate and they make strawberry too.
Yes.
But this one tastes like
the vanilla.
Like the vanilla.
Just like it.
So it's just like that, but with some icing on top. That's good.
It's good.
As for sweets, how do you rank this?
Well, of course, the grapes are still.
No, sweets.
The grapes were sweet. The cheesecake was better.
That's a fruit.
Okay. Cheesecake was better. And what was the last thing we just did?
Eggnog.
Oh. Eggnog is way better.
Okay, so this ranks like third?
Third on the sweets we've done. I'll take that back. I think I like this better than the cheesecake. After that bite.
So number two.
Number two. Eggnog's better. This is second. Cheesecake third. You know, I was just thinking, I didn't mean to change the subject, but you know, I was just thinking.
What?
Can you imagine somebody's knocking at the door?
It's a goat.
Can you imagine, you know, if you put these in Mylar bags and 25 years from now you wanted a little Debbie Christmas tree?
Little Debbie's might not be in existence in 25 years, so you might have something you can sell on if eBay's still in existence. All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget the Black Friday sale from Harvest Right is lasting the month of December.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling it's not going to be continued into January.
Probably not.
Y'all be good.
Y'all be good.